There are times during the lessons where we have an emergency. These horses are very well trained, but they are still horses. And there's also, we're working with students that have many disabilities and may have an emergency while they're on top of the horse. The instructor will give the instructions as to whether or not we need to do an emergency dismount. And also the instructor will try to get over to the horse and rider before the emergency dismount is performed. However, it is an emergency. So if an emergency dismount is needed and it is with the horse and rider that you are with, the emergency dismount is performed by taking the student's feet out of the stirrups, wrapping your hands around their waist in a bear hug type situation, trying to get their hands off the reins as best you can, and then pulling them down towards you. Your feet will be in more of a runner's stance. Instead of having them side by side, where you could easily fall over and lose your balance, you want to give yourself a good sense of balance here by having your feet staggered. And then when you grab onto the student, you're going to slide them down your body. A controlled fall is much better than an uncontrolled fall. So even if when you're pulling that student down, you guys both go down, that is okay, because at least the student is off the horse and in a safe position. If you are the leader, your job is to hold the horse still as best you can until the rider is safely dismounted. Then once the rider is safely dismounted, move the horse away, trying to keep the horse's back end and their powerhouse away from the rider and away from the volunteer that has helped the rider off. So here I will demonstrate an emergency dismount from the sidewalker standpoint. And as I do that, once the rider is off the horse, Trish will move the horse away from the two of us. So we will take both feet out of the stirrups. I'll ask the rider to put the reins down on the horse's neck. I'm going to grab onto the student and pull them down towards me. And once the student is safely dismounted, Trish will move the horse away from the situation. I will stay with the student as the sidewalker. The leader stays with the horse. If you are with another horse in the arena and there's an emergency dismount that is needed, or a rider has fallen off, all horses stop in the arena. So you ask your horse to whoa. If your student starts asking questions, you just tell them that everything is fine, everything is okay, and just try and keep them calm as best as possible. The instructor will give instructions as soon as they can.